Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the give, this is Hubbard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw here, Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go play action with Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Carolina getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing, Dalton. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Here's Hardy set to return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Downfield, offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. Through the middle of the field. Able to slither by. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have got it on cruise control. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Dalton now to pass. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Roquan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They go play action now. Jackson. That is incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Fourth down. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 28 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And Dalton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now he's loose again. The quick feet by Jackson. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the boom, huh? Because that's exactly what happened, right? And you can be in the right spot against him and not necessarily make the play. His talent is so good, and his ability to shift and move on a dime, oh, he is so impressive. Even when you play it right, he can make you wrong.
Here's Jackson, steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.